人播客室。
欢迎来到各位听众可以听这个很优质的节目啊！请问我过这个关卡吗？
好像没有过，不好意思，
被淘汰者，哇啊！所以今天我们的来宾就是连续2年这是第2次来，因为去年也来了，
而且去年也是11月来，对，
怎么这么刚刚好啊？所以就是自我介绍的部分你可以就是自我介绍，你是来自哪个国家？
大家好，我是范雅哥，这边说我是中文怪物，但是其实我不是，因为我输了，所以半个中文怪物也是口语也是服装设计师。嗨，大家。
OK， 所以其实好像外面有一些人要问一些问题，
你不要介绍你自己吗
？OK， 我是戴明路我在台湾有很多工作我是一位老师我也都是一个 podcast 的主持人嘛，
是，
然后我也是一个足球队的教练。因为在台湾，如果你只有一份工作一定会饿肚子。OK， 这样可以吗？还是淘汰的？
可以。
OK， 外面的人是不是要问一些问题吗？关于中文怪物这个幼稚的YouTube 上的节目。OK，go for it，everybody。
想问一下，就是在中文怪物这个 game 里面是否有就是剧本，然后还有范雅哥最喜欢的人是谁在这个游戏里面？
那我觉得这个可以讲是中文怪物完全没有什么剧本，也没有什么脚本，全部都是我们自己发挥，就是真的是制作团队也没有跟我们说你们要扮演什么样的角色，他们就是说你们做自然的自己就好。他们当然是希望我们可以多做一些效果因为毕竟有效果才会好看。但是我们都是看自己要做什么就做什么。那很多人可能觉得，怎么可能没有剧本？怎么可能没有脚本？大家会吵得那么开心，就是吵架。但是其实，因为我们都知道我们在拍戏就是我们都知道在玩游戏，所以我们都是随便讲一下，就是变得把节目变得比较好看。那第2个问题，我最喜欢是谁？那我当然也要说我的闺蜜，就是波兰的安娜。因为她是我进来之前唯一一个认识的人，我们第一天有100个人在那边都是外国人，我都不认识。那我看到安娜在那边，我就是觉得很开心，因为第一个她的中文非常的好，但是她人也非常非常的好，她都会就是来关心，也会就是带一些甜点就是跟大家分享。然后我看到她，我就是觉得很开心，所以每一天都是跟她在一起，就是一起玩游戏。然后，对，怎么说？当然还有很多喜欢的人这是我好朋友，像小明小百合但是，对，有安娜，我就是觉得比较安心。对，可以吗？你还有什么问题吗？
就是我想要问说，就在参加中文怪物的过程中，我觉得哪一关是觉得超难，或是比较难的？
最难的当然是那个听广告的那一关就是大家，天哪！我们在玩的时候，我不知道你们记不记得，我们在填空的时候，我们就是随便打字，然后突然出现一个什么表情符号在那个，因为我们都非常的紧张，都没有办法填字，然后听那个广告，我们都完全听不懂，所以我们就是真的是完全不知道他们到底在说什么。那节目没有播我们每一个小关卡，我们总共听了4个广告，然后我们就是完了之后回到休息室，我跟我们所有的团队想说，好，那我们去报行李回家，因为今天绝对不会过关。结果我们还是有一半的人过关了，但是真的是觉得哇，真的好难。对，连台湾人都听不懂，你们有听得懂吗？你们听广告有听？对啊，所以怎么可以靠我们呢？对啊，我真的是虐待我们呢。
然后我想要问，为什么会想要参加中文怪物？然后是受邀参加的吗？
是，我是报名参加。我觉得可能有一些网红，他们有可能是 就是库可能邀他们去，特别是他们可能比较熟的时候。但是我自己是因为刚好有一个朋友跟我分享一个连结说，哦，你报名这个可以拿30万块。我那时候其实非常缺钱，因为那时候刚好搬家，然后家里都没有什么家具，所以想说，哦，如果有这30万块，我就是至少可以买一张桌子、一张床啊，还有什么厨房的一些东西，因为那时候真的是没有什么东西。结果还是没有拿到30万块，但是本来是想要花这笔钱，只是在家里上面。对，有回答你的问题吗？还有什么吗
？Okay. Well, thank you very much. These are my 3 students. Yeah.
So your students, high
number one
students.
fans. Yeah.
Is Luke a good teacher? 他们听得到吗？
你们可以很诚实说 ，Luke 老师是不是教得很好？有吗？有点敷衍吧。I'm not the best teacher. Joke to them. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. 谢谢。
其实我原来要说那个是第一个关卡嘛。
声调的那个，
因为我原来我在看的时候就不可能翻雅各不会过我这第一次就是你会过，但是你要不要说一下为什么这个有点不公平？因为好像是有一些先天的因素吧。
我不可以说不公平啦，但是 OK， 第一个是我觉得有一些当然有一些优势啊，因为我是很久以前学声调的，然后过去几年我当然没有再继续复习这些哪一个字有什么声调。那因为有一些人他们可能还在学中文，或者像安娜她有2个女儿，他们都在上课，所以带回家的功课都会请他们填一些声调啊、注音啊，所以对他们来说这个非常的轻松。但是好像我都在找借口但另外一个说，比如说小明啊，他有跟我说，因为那一天拍摄的时候，那间教室非常非常的热，真的是热得不得了，然后大家都流汗。我不知道你有没有发现，大家都好像在融化的感觉。那我朋友小明他说，因为他的手都一直流汗，所以他真的是没有办法，因为我们填字的时候不是打的，而是我们要拉。就是拉下面的声调拉到正确的空格。那因为他说他的手非常的湿，所以他都没有办法用那个平板。那我也觉得是借口，但没关系，还是过了啦。而且很精彩，因为我发现我跟朋友分享第1集的时候，他们都因为我不是第1题、第2题、第3题、第4题过关，所以他们都替我很紧张，说翻雅哥怎么可以不过啊？他们都很紧张，结果我还是过了。所以但是这样比较有感觉啦，他们会就是说我希望他可以过这样子，所以还是一种效果啦。对，
就是有 Hannah 是我们的秘书，好像他在外语中心也是担任秘书，他是英语系毕业的，世新英语系毕业的。那我们就是上次录完了，我们再是一起走回去。我说是不是Iago 翻雅各他的口音就是比较自然的，比较接近母语者。他说没错 ，Luke 的口音比较起起伏伏的所以我原来不知道为什么，怎么可能第一次没有过？但是因为我的问题是我第一次开始学中文，我就是对声调完全没有兴趣。后来我就是把每一个音，就是每个字，就是用异声。英语及传播音，然后有一个台湾的阿嬷说这样绝对不行。
其实中文怪物有一个参赛者好像是法国的安娜，她说她跟你一样是每一个字都会是4首，所以她是英语及传播应用学系这样子。但是就是我看节目的时候，我发现自己的声调也蛮乱的耶。
但是如果是乱的，就是台湾人的乱不是外国人的乱吧？
不确定是不是台湾人的乱，但是我自己一看觉得，天哪，还有进步的空间啦。
因为其实，比如说，如果你看到这个，后来我就觉得 OK， 好，我要把声调学好。 问题是，其实声调我都可以写，但是不一定可以发，就是发音会有。
哦，原来。
那我也是很好奇，就是因为你有音乐的背景，我也有音乐的背景，但是我的音乐完全没什么天分。那好像你是音乐比较优秀的，所以比如说是英语暨传播应用学系，所以那个如果我没有在流汗，一定可以过。但是我不知道那个平板怎么样
那桃园，我们即将我们即将抵达桃园国际机场，你会吗？
所以桃园二声国二声技四声机一声，然后强三声什么的，所以那个是，所以中文怪物
是飞机即将对，飞机即将上落。
第一关我一定可以过，我觉得怎么可能啊？因为我听他们很多那些参赛者，他们的中文比我流利多了，他们的就是音听到就是自然多了而且有可能阅读能力比我好很多。不过因为为了就是你要改我的发音，我就是一直看中文，就是一直在学。比如说我跟樊雅哥都是我偶尔会去闽师，都是当翻译员，然后修改一些稿子，然后配音的嘛，我不知道怎么都是
过音的，对，
过音，你看，
因为配音同样是电影，
对啊，
电影跟连续剧才会
过音
配音
的。OK， 不过我很慢那有几个原因，一个原因就是因为我对发音很有趣，所以我常常把稿子放进去一个可以让我朗读。所以其实原来我要说，其实樊雅哥的我等一下会问你，
外面有人看到
是所以 OK， 我就先问你，就是中文怪物的樊雅哥与私底下的樊雅哥你在镜头前的个性与幕后的个性一样吗？还是
我是觉得一样耶，因为我也他们播了的时候，我都在就是跟我朋友说，那你们觉得我在节目里面有不一样吗？他们都说一点都不一样，就是一点都一样，就是他们都不觉得没有什么差别，因为他们说你本来就是这样子，喜欢就是促成一些 drama， 但是是好玩的 drama， 根本不会到很严重，也喜欢就是斗嘴啊，就是耍辣、耍美这样。他们对啊，我自己也不觉得有改变什么，因为我参加的时候都想要，就是要自然啊，做自己，不要做很假。因为有时候可能大家参加这种综艺节目，他们都会觉得，我可能是要扮演什么样的角色，我可能要好像自己是很厉害、很谦虚什么的。然后我想说，不一定是每一个人都要跟天使一样好，你知道吗？就是还是可以偶尔去说一些坏话，但是也当然没有很严重，但是说一些比较好笑的坏话也没有问题吧？对，
因为我原来我看到就是第一集还是第二集我原来怕的是观众会觉得你有点讨厌的因为就是
的确有一些观众觉得我很讨厌，那我觉得他们是没错啊，我当然不是每一个人都会喜欢啦，当然不是每一个人都会喜欢的。我那时候也有在想，是不是应该只改一下，但是我绝对不会因为别人而改变自己啊。
因为我认识你我自己认为就是樊雅哥就是比如说我去闽视，你就是工作的量，我刚刚说你做70%，我做30%，有可能你是
我是90%，90%是我的，
因为你在做90%，然后我说
理论上应该是一半一半，
对啊，但是但是你还会配合，我完全是我的错我是一个
没有啦，
都是导致你原来可以7点半下班，然后结果你就是8点半以上才可以回家。不过你不会你不会针对我，你不会处罚我什么的，所以你的人是好的。不过有可能你偶尔讲话的方式就是你就会诚实讲，你不会那种就是那种假的、很客气的。
对，如果自己不开心，还是会说不开心啦。我不希望自己，如果你自己不开心，然后你说很开心，对我来说，这种只会伤害到你自己啊。 你说不开心，为什么不可以说你不开心呢？我就是有一点不太懂这种逻辑啊。那如果大家对的太直接，也不是我的问题啊。就是我觉得我说的话通常不会，也不是针对人啊，也不会特别去伤害别人，也没有什么目的，就是说我不希望是这样的，对啊。
其实我觉得这样就好了，就比如说独立嘛，这个黑人的艺人，他都是在幕后镜头前一模一样的人。
是
因为我参加有一些那种已经修了吧，现在1/2嘛，1/2现在没有在播，然后大学生的每一次1/2、3次，独立的人好像在镜头前幕后。
你说歌手对不对？对，
他人超好的，
他真的是很 nice，
还是蛮多。我觉得他很幕后很安静，不过他真的是一个好人，他就会你去参加，你是一个菜鸟，他就会帮你什么的。有一些人幕后不一定是好人，不过我很喜欢蒙多跟独立，我一定要说他们是好人。
他们是独立有参加中文怪物对不对？
好像没有吧？
没有
看到他，然后蒙多也没去。
他是那个海底的歌手吗？
没有，他是
我在想另外一个人，
他是美国人。
OK，
比较发福的，对啊，但是很帅。拜托，可以帮我剪辑吗？他会不开心吗？
这是 live， 真的没有办法剪掉。
I can't take it back.
所以嘴巴要小心啊！嘴巴给我注意一下。
You can't do it again. So that's actually something that I was kind of curious. Were they expecting for you to have such a big role? Because in my experience, like the YouTubers are the ones everyone knows. And most of the people who got most of the screen time were the YouTubers, but then there's you, right?
I don't know if they were expecting it, right? But for the show, we did have to submit some videos of us speaking Chinese and introducing ourselves. And before we started playing the actual challenges, we did a session of confessionals. You know, like the confessionals are the interviews, right, that we do separately from each other. And so when we were doing the confessionals, I also would be very, I guess, unrestrained in the things that I said. And I do think that the producers kind of caught on to that. Like, why was I singing Tsai Yilin in one of the confessionals? I don't know how we got to that point, but that's, I guess, is something bizarre that they would like to put in. I don't know if the YouTubers, they were expecting the YouTubers to play a bigger role. I was expecting it that way as well. Like, I thought, the YouTubers are so used to being in front of cameras. They're so used to interacting with people in public and events and things like that. And I'm just a regular person, a Suren, right? Like, why would it be like that? So I was really surprised when I watched the show myself, and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so much camera time. But, I don't know. I think it makes sense in a way, because you do need, a reality show is not just about the contestants playing the games or winning the challenges. It's also about creating storylines, right? So if you have a person that has a storyline that carries over, then, that's going to be more interesting than just simply doing well at the challenges, right? So I think other people also had storylines. We had Xiao Baihe, Sayuri, and Mayu, who had kind of a little conflict. So of course they also get a little more camera.
Is that conflict real? Was there a little bit of something that this Japanese thing that I don't really get?
Of course there is the thing is, you have to keep in mind we were there for a very long time, every day, okay? When we were filming the episodes, we gathered at Taipei Main Station at 8 a.m. and we got back to Taipei Main Station at 8 p.m. They took us in a bus there. So a lot of things can happen in one day. And a lot of the times, the things that were happening in the break room. Well, while we were resting, of course, we were chatting with each other or making friendships. And maybe that doesn't necessarily show on the show, because it's only each episode is only 30 minutes, 40 minutes long. And, they can make something like that. Maybe it's a little squabble, but in the end, it's
make it bigger than
I don't know. I think at the end of the day, we all get along fine. We're not necessarily best friends with each other, because we also didn't have that much time to get to know each other. But I wish that something that people would understand is that we all are fine. Like, and even after people got eliminated, and even after that infamous voting session, we still went back to the break room and we were just there eating like a little 芋头酥, like the taro puffs, and we were just there drinking bubble tea. And we're like, well, I voted for you, and they're like, well, I voted for you too. And I was like, oh, well, that's all right, you know, like because we all understood that it's a game, and of course it's more exciting when there is a game and also a little bit of, you know, a little bit of renting way, a little bit of human entertainment.
Yeah. That's when I watched the show. It reminded me of 大学生了没 They always want this like 为了收视率，就是要夸张一点，还是咔，然后再拍一次。谈话性节目要自然。I was always kind of disappointed in the talk shows because like they felt the audience liked something, and if people aren't talking in the way they want, they just reshoot the scene.
Yeah, well, we didn't do any reshoots or anything like that. It was just whatever was happening, they just kept the cameras rolling all the time. And like I remember, like there was a point in like I think the second or third episode where I was on the side. I had already passed the challenge, and I was just there with Anna. We were just talking about whatever happened down below in the plebs that were still, you know, that were still fighting to like get the thing. And like I didn't think at that time that they would be recording that part, but they were, you know. And I think at the end it did make it more interesting because you get like, you know, some commentary about it. Yeah, there was no retakes, there was not anything. You just did whatever you want. And like you know, I said whatever came through my head at that point, and I thought, you know, if they don't like it, they just won't use it. You know,
I think that's fair.
There's 100 people.
That's true. I also like that they let some people not have much of a storyline. Was it Deep Oren, the Russian guy, right?
He had plenty of storyline, I feel.
Amazing Chinese. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
I think he's got amazing Chinese, and he's a really nice person, actually. Like the thing with Deep Oren is like I only met him on the third day of filming. So when we're doing the banquet, that's when I first got to speak to him, and he's actually really funny. Like I don't think you would expect it because he's older than us, and he's the boss of like a company or whatever. But like when we were chatting, he's really funny and really childish as well. So I really like Deep Oren, and like I feel like if he had he's already like I feel like he's probably the most popular person on the show.
Oh, okay.
Maybe besides Harrison, right, at Team America, who is also super, super great. But, you know, in real life, I think he's more reserved. And so, you know, perhaps he didn't want to create
that drama.
Like, yeah.
It's also funny, like, I grew up in the era where you couldn't be a YouTube star as a foreigner. I couldn't believe like there are so many non-Taiwanese doing YouTube. It's like I don't want to even touch that market. Do you want to get into it or no? Do you want to keep on doing what you're doing and then be behind the scenes, and if something like this pops up? Or,
like I never have really considered doing anything like that before, despite having friends who do it, and like after going on the show, seeing so many people, and like, you know, a lot of them encouraged me to do it, and like even reading the comments in some of the videos, they're like, "Oh my God, you should open a YouTube channel," or whatever. But I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the time or the energy to do something like that, because it is actually quite hard. Like I was speaking with one of the other contestants, Tristan, from the United States, who's got a very successful YouTube channel. She gets invited to all sorts of events. And, you know, she was saying like, oh, you know, have you considered it? Why not? Like now that like you're kind of putting yourself out there, why not start something like that? And I think, well, it's so much work. You have to record, you have to edit. The editing probably takes a long time. You have to get materials, and then you have to also consider like, you know, what does the audience want to see? Like you have to come up with all these concepts. It is a lot of work, and I think people think, oh, it's so fun because the videos are so fun to watch. But behind the fun videos, there is so much work and so much talent, actually. You know, I think it's something that you definitely have to invest a lot of time that I don't currently have. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say no. Yeah. But maybe in the future, in a different future, in a different lifetime. But right now, I'm good just doing what I am. I mean, I'm already pretty busy. I'm here at the podcast with you. Yeah, you know, and I think it's fun. I always say yes to anything that's like this because I think it's fun. Like I do it because it's fun. It's a little break from the routine, and yeah, I like doing it.
Well, you're also, you know, 服装设计. Like you'd have to sacrifice that if you want to.
Right, and like I haven't done any sewing in like 2-3 months. In fact, like the past 2 months, I've been so busy with random stuff, like not just with,中文怪物 related podcasts, programs, YouTube channels that want to maybe chat with me. But also I lost my mind and I accepted like 2 or 3 translation cases on the side. So I've been doing that translation as well. And I'm just neglecting all my household chores. My house is a wreck. There's like a pile of clothes that I haven't ironed in like 2 months. And like there's so much time. Of course, I don't even think about sewing something, right? Like, I think last time I spoke about sewing, how some of the outfits that I make take hundreds of hours. Where am I going to get those hundreds of hours,
Especially if you add that. Well, that's a good place. Yeah. So it's time, unfortunately, for me to leave. I am a football coach now somehow. That's my new thing I'm doing. If you want to, you can check out Iago's, or Iago, some of your work that you did from before. You showed it last year. If you go back and check out the YouTube, we just re-uploaded it. But I am done. And we are going to have, 所以等一下我们要换主持人，就是你的英语暨传播应用学系的主任 Alvin. 对啊
Can't wait for Alvin.
Yeah, he's going to come and ask you some questions. So thank you, everybody. You were a lovely audience out there. Appreciate it. Okay.
So welcome back, to our interview with Iago, from 中文怪物, and also Luke's friend. So Iago, I have to tell you, I'm going to be very, very unprofessional here. I'm usually the camera guy.
Really?
Or the gaffer. This is very, very weird for me.
Now you're in front of the cameras, and now you've got the microphone. It's your time
I
to
have
shine.
my script, but then I just found out, seconds ago, that Luke actually used my first question.
Oh no.
So, okay, I was going to ask you what motivated you, okay, into the game, but then I can, but I know the reason now.
Yeah.
You need the money
I needed
to
money.
pick up furniture.
Yes.
But okay, tell us, okay, are you in a more comfortable place now?
Oh yeah. That was because I had literally just moved home. Like I had moved from a place that had furniture to a place that didn't have any furniture. And so, I really wanted to fill my house with things. And, of course there's more than just the furniture. I signed up also because I thought it was fun, right? And because it's a good opportunity. And I always wanted to take part in a reality TV show because I think I grew up watching a lot of them, like Paris Hilton's Simple Life or America's Next Top Supermodel. And I wanted to do that too as well. So it's not just the money, yeah.
So what are you going to do with your publicity? Because we all know that after the Chinese Proficiency Challenge, okay,
Yeah.
you go viral.
Yeah, well, I haven't.
So now everybody knows you. It's impossible for you to go shopping incognito without being recognized.
Yeah, I mean, so I think one of the biggest changes in my life has definitely been that people now recognize me on the streets, and they're like, oh, 你是那个吗？ I was like, 哪一位？就是那个中文怪物的中文怪物哪一位？ Like if you can't,
There
but
are
of course,
100.
there's 100 people, so of course I don't know everybody's name, but it makes me very happy when they approach me or when. Even sometimes they ask me for pictures, and I feel like it was such a successful show. So I'm very, very happy that so many people resonated with the content or enjoyed the show, and they like me now. And as to what I will do with my infamy, I don't know if I will do anything, honestly. Like I'm still a regular person. My daily life is still the same as it was before. And, I do like to participate in these podcasts and TV shows and things like that. And I always try to promote events.
Bring it to your designing interest. Like it's a good time for you to put on some catwalk shows.
Yeah,
now that people know you, so they need to know the real you.
Well, one of the things that I have been trying to promote in these events is kind of because I am part of the ballroom community in Taiwan. So I do try to get people to come to ballroom events and enjoy. And sometimes the ballroom events, they have fashion shows and they have dancing and things like that. So I try to promote it if I can, but I don't know if people will actually want to come and meet me in person. I don't know.
Okay, now allow me to get back to my question.
Yes.
I really need this. I'm very uptight, okay, to be honest. So, okay, all in all, on and off, how many years have you been learning Chinese?
Okay, so I started learning Chinese.
When was the first contact?
The first contact was my first year of university. So I studied linguistics in the University of Manchester. I started the degree, I think it was in 2010. I think it's 2010. And because I was studying linguistics, in one of our classes we had languages of the world. So in that class we kind of took a look at languages from everywhere, from Europe obviously, but also from Asia, from Africa, from Oceania, and we discussed some of the features of these different languages. And of course Chinese was one of the languages that came up. And I liked it a lot. I had a friend from Hong Kong and I had a friend from Singapore. And they said, you know what, you should really study Chinese. So I started studying. I signed up to the classes. And then I ended up doing double degree. So I did linguistics with Chinese. So in total, in my university career, I studied 3 years of Chinese plus 1 year when I was in exchange here in Taiwan. And after I graduated, I felt like my Chinese still wasn't good enough. Because 4 years is not a long time to learn Chinese, especially when you're already an adult. Like I started learning when I was 18. So it's more difficult than if you start learning when you're a child.
you
Yeah.
receive all your higher education outside Spain?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, because actually I did grow up for some years in the United Kingdom. So I was born in Spain and I was there for until I was 9, and then at 9 my parents migrated to the UK. And
So
then
you're more like UK based
yeah, I mean
instead of Spain.
then we went back to Spain again afterwards. So it's back and forth. Like when people ask me about this, I usually say that I am both Spanish and English, British, but at the same time, I am none of them at the same time. I'm like in the middle, I feel. Because I feel like a foreigner when I'm in the UK, and when I go to Spain, sometimes I feel like a foreigner too.
What do you feel here? Do you feel like you are a Spanish? Okay, you're a Spanish person who likes Taiwan. You're a Spanish person in Taiwan, or you feel like you're a Taiwanese with a Spanish upgrade?
Ooh, I think I still feel Spanish. I don't think I will ever become a Taiwanese.
No, okay.
You know what I know. I in terms of self identity.
Yes.
Because I think there is many things that I
Cannot stomach.
well. That's one way to say it.
Finish your sentence for you.
It's not necessarily kind of stomach, but I never went through the hell that is, for example, education in Taiwan in like primary or secondary school. My Taiwanese friends here, they all know about all the bushiban and the stress of going
Yes.
to university. And I think that's something that has really adapted a lot of people here. Whereas I was in Spain doing my high school and I was just like chilling out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that I will never be able to understand fully. Yeah.
True. Okay. Now, okay. Speaking of which, okay. Going back to our topic of publicity and
Yeah.
then blending with the local culture here. How do you manage your publicity in a culture which ignores privacy? Let's face it. Okay, or even encourages people to ignore privacy. Does it ever bother you?
I mean, I don't think I'm that famous for it to bother me yet, but I don't really do anything about it. Like when the show was airing, when 中文怪物 was sharing, of course, a lot of people online were talking about me.
Yeah.
A lot of them liked me, but a lot of them also did not like me, and I just thought that it was very interesting. I think there were so many comments saying, "Oh, 范雅各怎样," or 范雅各怎样, and I just saw it as kind of like a fiction almost. Like it was very interesting to see how different people perceived me, or like what kind of person I am based on this one reality show. They would sometimes the negative comments would be like, "Oh, I can't believe like that Iago is in Taiwan, and like I would never want to work with him." And it's like, I think that's so funny because in my work, like I get along very nicely with my colleagues, and so yeah, I sometimes they do think a little too much about it, but I just approach it with fun, and like that's online. And then in real life, I haven't really had any negative experiences so far. I have had sometimes people taking photos of me without asking for the permission. Yes, but like I think it's okay. So like if I catch them, I will sometimes just pose. Like if someone is there taking a picture of me and I notice it, I'll be like
Like a
And then they
generous-minded model.
yeah, because I don't think it's maybe they're just shy to ask, and I don't mind. I think I'm I think it's funny, and like when I catch them and I pose, they're like ooh, but it's just funny. So I don't get mad. Yeah.
But are you treated differently now in your neighborhood?
No, of course not. Like
Oh.
a lot of the times the people, I mean, sometimes like in my nearby like drink shop, like I always go every day to get like some bubble tea or something, and the shopkeeper will see like, oh my God, I saw you on the TV, and I was like, oh.
That's it. No free
That's
drinks.
it. No free drinks. She could at least give me a free scoop of boba, right?
True.
But, no, but she like we just chat about it, and she's like, "Oh my God!" So I watched it, and I think it's so funny. It's just that kind of change.
But of course, it helps when you go clubbing.
Well, I don't go clubbing now,
Okay, okay. Just saying.
Even though it might seem like I am very extroverted, I don't think I am. I'm not shy. I will say that I'm not shy, but I prefer to stay at home and so make some clothes or read books or
So when
listen to
do you
music.
usually feel charged? Going back to the stereotype, how to
Yeah.
tell E from I's.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So you feel draining. Okay, if you have to go out talking to
Yeah.
people and
Yeah, I don't think I don't dislike it, right? But I do feel tired after being out in groups or like in filming the show and things like that. I enjoy people's company. I enjoy my friends' company, and I enjoy going to parties. But after a party, I just want to go home
I
and
know.
just sit on the sofa and just look at the ceiling and not do anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Most people from the humanities department are like that. Okay.
Yes,
Same
right? I
here.
think so.
Same here. Okay. But then, if you take some kind of administrative jobs, you have to act real. Okay. You have to act active in front of
Yeah.
people, and people think you can. But it's not a matter of you can or you cannot. But I feel
Yeah.
drained.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tiring.
Very.
I'm so glad that you understand.
Very. Okay. I hope you are not getting any fatigue from this.
No,
okay?
no. Well, we'll see later. No, no, I'm just
Please.
joking.
Okay. Allow me to shoot my next question. My next question will be: do you have a favorite Chinese phrase to describe your personality? Or something you can relate to?
I had a sneak peek at your questions before, and I was thinking about this one. And I thought something that would be really funny is if it's 微糖少冰.
I like that. I like
I
that.
think that's
I like that. It suggests there's a slight suggestion of flavor,
yes.
but not too offensive. I
Yes.
like that. I never thought about that. Yeah. Okay. I'm ashamed.
I think it's a sentence that everybody in Taiwan is saying well, maybe not every day, but very frequently. And I think it can be used to describe somebody as well.
That's really good, and that's very Taiwanese.
Yes, also.
Yeah, linking your identity with the flavor of food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe you were hoping that I would say a 成语 or something like that, maybe.
I thought you come up. Okay. I think if you feel comfy, maybe you shoot some ordinary everyday saying. Okay, but not so far as to shoot a 成语. But this unexpected.
I think so.
I like it. I like it. I like it very much. And it shows us your sense of humor.
I like it.
Yeah. What part of what part of European culture do you still carry with you in your everyday life, even in Taiwan?
I think the biggest one, and this one comes from Spain, is the late lunch, the late dinner, the late everything. It's something that
Are
I
we
don't know if
talking
you know.
about dinner starting at 9
Yes.
and then dancing all night long till 2?
Yes, basically.
Really?
I still have dinner really late. Because I have a full-time job and I get off work usually at 8:30 or 9. So by the time I get home, it's 10, and that's when I have dinner. And I'm very happy about it. All my colleagues.
Wait.
Well, I've been doing it all my life, so I don't think there's any
If I have
difference.
anything after 4, I put on weight.
Well, that's what my colleagues say at work. They say, oh, because I see them having dinner at the normal Taiwanese time. And they say, oh, you're not going to eat anything? And I said, no, I'm just going to wait until I go home and then I will cook something and eat it. for dinner. So that's something that I cannot change. I will never be able to change. And when I meet friends and they're like, oh, let's go have 火锅at like 7, I think, oh my God, this is so early. I'm not going to be hungry. So yeah, I cannot change that. I definitely still have that in me.
And you don't bang gym?
No.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
one of those terrible roommates who always shows up with some 鸡排 and 蒸奶 in the dead of night, and then they start enjoying everything without putting on any weight. Iago,
Yeah.
for this single reason, I hate you.
Yeah.
Out
and you
of
should.
jealousy.
And you're completely right.
But do you consider yourself a foodie?
Yeah, I love food. I love eating. I mean, but not only a foodie, I consider myself a sweet tooth more than anything. I love sweets. Like in the
I
Taiwanese,
hate
they
you
say like
more.
mai, right? Like
Oh,
you're,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
an
yeah,
ant. Yeah, I am definitely an ant. I will eat. I can eat an entire day of desserts. In fact, I drink rather bubble tea every day. Sometimes two.
Really?
Sometimes too, and I also love ice cream. I can have ice cream every day.
You're gifted. You're gifted.
I just love sugar. I think it's an addiction, but I don't know.
I would say I had a sweet tooth, but I'm ashamed to say this, but as a Taiwanese person, I don't do bubble tea.
Oh, really? But do you like tea?
Yes.
Yes, tea.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all kinds of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take tea in the morning.
Ah,
I only
yeah.
take coffee in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, bubble tea is too much trouble. Okay, it's
How so?
it's got bubbles. It's got
Yeah.
all those粉圆 in it.
Yeah.
You have to chew.
Yes.
It's got all this milk tea in it.
Yeah.
You have to drink.
Yes.
I don't do the zebra things. You either chew or drink. I don't
Not
do both. I am living, and I allow myself to live in a black and white world. I don't do that.
You gotta open your mind and do both.
I hate puddings too. Okay, I don't. My limit will be 豆花. That's the only
Oh,
thing.
really? Yeah, but it's very similar.
Oh,
No?
Although I know, okay, it's still too hard to be drunk and too soft. Okay, too soft, too hard to be drunk and too
Yes.
soft to be chewed.
Yeah.
But still, it's a
I love 豆花 as well.
yeah. I just
when it
consider it
has, like,
some
the-
kind of tofu gone too soft.
Tofu gone wrong.
yeah. Okay. So basically, you are well adapted in terms of local foods.
Yeah. I love Taiwanese food. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Well, two exceptions. Obviously,
Let's see if we
I
have
know,
anything in
I
common.
feel like everybody's gonna go crazy. I don't like chou tofu.
The soupy one or the fried one?
None of them.
Oh, really?
I had it twice in my life. The first time it was in Shili Night Market in the underground level, and I had some friends from Singapore that came to visit me in Taiwan, and they said, "Oh, you never had it yet?" And I said, "No, I refuse because I smell it and I cannot have it." Well, they forced me. So
it's
they
also
got the
normal in
chopsticks.
Singapore.
Well, I think because they wanted to try it in Taiwan, right? So we went there with Taiwanese friends as well. They grabbed the chopsticks, they put the tofu in my mouth, and I was just chewing like this, and I was crying. But I didn't want to offend anybody, right? So I said, "Oh, it's delicious," but I was crying. I couldn't help it. I didn't want to be
Such
disrespectful.
a nice person.
Yeah. So I was just eating there, and then I cannot have it. And the second thing that I hate, okay, maybe hate is a strong word, blood. 鸭血.
Anything blood-based.
Yes.
So no 鸭血, no
No.
猪血糕.
No, and I think a lot of people think that it's because it's blood or because of the flavor or something. For me, it's not. The flavor is okay.
The color.
The blood itself is okay. It's the texture. I don't
So similar to pudding.
Very similar. Yeah. I was thinking that when I was thinking, wow, that's Yaxie is actually quite similar to Douhua,
Right?
but it's not the same somehow in my mind. It's
It's
not
the
the same.
barrier. It's the barrier. So, okay, are durians okay for you to
Oh.
get by? For me,
It's
it's a.
fine.
Oh, really?
I think you don't like durian. I mean, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
There was
can't.
one time my family bought a durian and then it wasn't even open. Put it in the fridge. I threw away all my food.
No. Yeah. I mean, I don't like it. I don't.
Thank you.
I don't love it. I don't like it, but
Thank
I
you.
can eat it.
I cannot.
I can eat it fine. And when I went to with those same friends that forced me to eat chow tofu, when I went to Singapore to visit them, they were giving me durian every day. Durian pudding, durian candy, durian ice cream, durian pancake, durian fruits, obviously. I was just like, you can feed me all the durian things in the world, I will still not like it. Doesn't matter how hard
But you
try.
can stomach it.
Yeah.
I cannot. For me, it's not even fruit. It's a piece of weapon.
Yeah.
If you don't open it up, it looks like a mace.
Yeah.
You open it up, it's biochemical weapon. I can't.
For some people, it definitely is something hellish, right? Like,
And also, okay, durians are pricey. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
yeah, I don't understand it either. Why would you spend so much money?
For a rotten brain.
Yeah.
Now, allow me to finish your sentence for you.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I
can't.
don't understand it either.
But okay, do you cook for yourself most of the time?
Yeah, I do. And I cook a lot of Spanish food, obviously.
I
in
definitely
Taiwan,
need
yes.
to ask you, okay, for some killer recipes later.
Well, paella, obviously, the rice, right? The famous Spanish rice. Yeah, I can show you how to make it. It's a long time, but yeah.
Like really al dente in the core.
Yeah, and a little
Very,
bit
very chewy.
burnt at the bottom. You know, like is it guaba? Is it what it's called in Taiwan? Guoba?
Oh yes, guoba.
Guoba. Yeah.
Guoba.
Guoba. Like at the bottom.
But okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, do European dishes usually take a lot of time?
Well, sometimes.
And that's
like
part of the
rice
reason
one
why
is a
you
long time.
usually have your dinner late.
If I'm cooking paella at night at 10, maybe I won't eat it until like midnight.
What do you what do you usually drink to pair your food? Or it all
Well,
depends.
I'm very healthy, so I drink Coca-Cola. No. Just
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking to a European teetotaler. Can you believe that?
Yes, I actually don't like wine. There is this thing. Everyone in Taiwan, because European people love wine, love cheese.
Not you.
Not me.
you're
I
a
don't
black
like
sheep.
wine, and I hate cheese. I cannot eat cheese. I would prefer to eat chou tofu instead of cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're being very fair
Yeah, I
to
see
diverse cultures.
to smelly food. So I don't like Taiwan smelly food, and I don't like Europe smelly foods either.
So it's just red wine or it's a alcohol in general.
I don't like wine, but if it's like in a nice cocktail, I can take it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like expensive. No.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, in my family, people don't really drink that much wine anyway. But my grandparents used to eat with wine always, like every time at midday or at lunchtime rather, and at night always they would drink with a cup of wine.
So drinking regularly less, I believe that's a Brit influence. Then
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe actually.
Okay. How about liquor?
I don't know.
Okay.
Either, yeah.
So
But
most of the
that's
time you
basically- that
stay
would
sober.
be British. Yeah. But British people love to drink liquor on the
Yes,
weekends.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's how I'm not British either.
So okay, your signature drink will be bubble tea.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really like sweets. Okay, I'm asking this for myself. Okay, because I run on sweets.
Yeah.
Where do you usually go for decent.
For bubble tea.
Decent. No. I don't do bubble
like,
tea.
Wait, I thought you. Yeah, I was
Where
so confused.
do you usually go for really good desserts?
Right now, the first thing that comes to my mind is actually carrot cake from a shop near Taipei Main Station called Heritage. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No.
I think that is the best carrot cake in Taiwan.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
I absolutely love it.
Okay,
And
thank you for the tip.
I like croissants. There is a French bakery near Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall called Canton Chérier. I'm not very good, but they have this. So the area that I grew up in the UK is very near France. So my family and I often went to France. And there is this dessert called a Queen Amman, which is Breton. I believe the language is Breton. And it is just a croissant, but imagine that you add twice the sugar and twice the butter. So it just becomes very butter. And then when you cook it, the bottom becomes like caramel. It is so delicious.
It sounds legally
Yes, it is terrible. It's probably terrible for you. And I feel like one probably has like half a kilogram of butter and another half a kilogram of sugar. But it is so good. I buy many and I freeze them and then I unfreeze them at home.
I envy you. And the reason why you can go crazy through croissants is because your metabolism is even more Asian than mine. How so? I don't get it. You must have done so many good things in the life before.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
How about friends around you react to your metabolism?
Well, they hate me.
See? I am normal. I am normal.
Even also in the office, they hate me because they see me every day coming in with my bubble tea, and then I have my little croissant, and they're like, "How can you do this?" And I'm like, what I say, if you eat it and you don't feel guilty, the body doesn't care.
Well, okay, when I first saw you out there, okay, and then, okay, combined with the fact that, okay, what I know about you, okay, enjoying desserts and all that, I thought you must be a dancer or something secretly. So you've been practicing something because obviously you doesn't look like you enjoy sweating a lot in the gym, and so you do dance.
I do dance, but I don't go to the gym. Yeah.
Ah, that's the reason why you have your means of output.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's the reason why. I'm just a nerd. I cooked up at home, so yeah. Okay. Jesus. Okay. I don't know what to say. The fact that you can enjoy all the food you like. Okay. Now, I almost forgot that I have tons of questions to ask you. What identity do you find in the Mandarin-speaking Iago? And what identity do you find in the Spanish or English-speaking Iago?
I feel like my identity is pretty much the same in both of them. I know some people have different personalities, but for me, the personalities have always been with me since I was a child, like my English side and my Spanish side. So I feel that they're the same, and even when I came to Taiwan, my Chinese side is just one extra one, so I'm still the same, I think. Yeah, I don't change my personalities, I think.
Diego, I'm sorry, I think they asked us to end this thing, like 3 minutes earlier.
Yes,
But,
no, that's
so let's say put this aside, and then, so thank you everyone. So this is Iago, and we're expecting to see him real soon once again.
I hope so, and thank you so much for having me here again.
Thank you for being here. I finally get to see you.
I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.